Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? My name's Andrew.
I'm Matt.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Sadie.
I'm Bob.
I'm Callie.
I'm Petey.
And we're some of the Veggie Boys.
And girls.
And we'd like to thank you for stopping by. If you're new here, please consider subscribing because we can grow a lot of stuff on the farm, but one thing we can't grow is this channel without your help. Welcome back, everyone. It's so nice to see ya. We're working on harvesting corn today. We've had a busy day so far. To get the day started off, we had to wash some potatoes, we had to take care of animals, get the farm market all set up. But we wanted to make sure that we put a lot of effort into getting corn harvested today. So we kind of went through that pretty quickly. Now we've been out and cutting corn. I wanted to start the video off here. You may remember where this is. This is where we were cutting down corn stalks. So we were bunching them and selling them. We just went through and harvested this corn. We had a field over there by the rock pile that we had harvested, and the back end of the test plot is now completely gone. And that means that all the corn on the home farm is harvested. Well, I guess technically it's not all the corn on the home farm. We do have one test plot on the home farm that needs to be cut, and then we have another test plot that's gonna need to be harvested. There was rain in the forecast. We were expecting to get rain today, but believe it or not, it kind of broke up and went around us. We're not getting any rain, which is good and bad. It's bad because it's been super dry, but it's good because that means we're gonna be able to finish harvesting pretty much today. The only thing that's gonna prevent us from getting all the corn cut is that we don't have a weigh wagon for the test plots. We'll be touching on that in a video coming up very shortly. But when it comes to the test plots, it's very important to have a weigh wagon. But anyway, I wanted to start the video off out here to show you that the home farm, it's basically done. So what's that mean for us? Well, it means we've got a long day of harvesting ahead of us, and this should be it for all the corn except for the test plots. I know what you're thinking, all the effort and all the work we put into our corn crop and it's gonna be done in a few days? Yeah, that's pretty ideal. We haven't had any breakdowns. That's awesome. What's really crazy is that it's the middle of November and I'm out in a t-shirt and shorts. It's hot today. So how has the harvest been going today? How do you feel about it?
Going real well today. We're into really nice corn now, so we're happy.
Very happy.
I think we can only get 4 more loads in the bin. It'll be full.
Like Dad did a good job of getting this wagon as full as he could. What's neat about these combines is it's a lot of rear wheel steering, which allows you to do some pretty unique things with it. If you've never drove a piece of equipment with rear wheel steering, it can be kind of difficult to get the hang of, but after a while, it's easy. The best way I can explain it to you, it's kind of like having a 0-turn lawnmower. They're so much fun to use, but that's the best thing I could liken it to. And sometimes when you have to fill a wagon as full as you can get it, that rear steering, ooh, it helps out a lot. You saw there, Dad was able to fill that wagon as full as he could get it just by maneuvering with those back wheels. Now this field that we're in right now, this is pretty interesting because this is the corn that we had for silage. So all of the silage corn that we did not use, we let it continue to mature, and now we're harvesting it and it's gonna go into our bin. The only problem is the bin's getting a little full. So all the corn that is on the drier side, Matthew's hauling it straight down, which that does slow down the process of what we've got going on today. Since we only have the wagon, sometimes we do have to wait a few minutes between unloading the combine and Daniel showing up. but it's just what we have to deal with because we're running out of space. Speaking of running out of space, my tummy is full of space because it is lunchtime, so we're gonna head back to the farm and get something to eat.
One at that end kicked out and ran all the way up to the top.
How many deer did you see?
Seen 3 already.
Oh my. What are you gonna do with all these deer eating your corn?
I'm gonna eat them.
There we go, all in place, ready to unload. But we're gonna worry about unloading this after we get something to eat. This guy is so impressive. There's not a lot of room down here, and he's got this long tractor with this long wagon, and he just gets it in the right place every single time.
I've been practicing.
Open it. You can see it.
All right, let's see, what's for lunch today? It looks like we've got egg salad sandwiches, tuna fish salad, tuna fish sandwiches, not salad, and then Grammy made bruschetta. Woohoo! Now, I was telling you this morning we were working on washing some potatoes. We didn't just wash some, we washed quite a bit actually. We've got 1, 2, 3 bins of washed yellow potatoes. Now, the reason why we wanted to get all these washed up is because we have plenty of orders coming up this week. One of the local wholesalers is actually gonna be taking potatoes from us, and a few of the local restaurants have started taking potatoes again, and they've really liked what they've seen. Again, it's not a problem for us because when we look here, we've got plenty of potatoes inside this storage area, and we're gonna need to sell them preferably sooner rather than later. Because we stored them in here without washing them, that's gonna allow a lot of these potatoes to last for a very long time. When you wash them, they don't last as long. Thankfully, we're gonna be moving through these bins relatively quickly. I think if the wholesalers taking potatoes and the local restaurants start taking potatoes, that's gonna move a lot of this stuff. Look at this potato here. I was holding it a second ago. This one is heavy, it's very dense. There's a lot of potatoes that are large, but not this large. That's got some weight to it. Oh, chill out, lady. Give me something to do. We got all finished with lunch, and then Daniel and I went down around back. You saw we were working on getting the wagon unloaded. We gave a few of the birds some treats, and now we're on our way back out to the field. I believe Dad's already out there cutting again. This time of the year is one of Dad's favorites. Anytime he can be in the combine, he's gonna do it. And that's probably why he rushed out there so quickly. Looks like he's been waiting for us. Uh-oh. Wagon is now full. Daniel's gonna be taking that back to the farm and getting it unloaded. He has Petey with him, so it should go a little bit quicker now. Matthew, we just got a call from him. He is on his way home from the mill. So hopefully by the time we get our bin filled up, he should just about be here. It's a little tricky trying to navigate between truck and wagon. And then, yeah, the fact that we're running out of storage in our bin, it adds another element of trickiness to it. But we've been doing okay. We've got a few sections of field where it's a little harder to maneuver in. And since we have time, we feel like this is a good time to get those cut. You know your window's pretty dusty here. Don't you ever clean your window?
I know. I had kids that used to do that one.
You're telling me Daniel doesn't clean your window for you anymore?
No.
What? Now it's just a little bit of a waiting game. Oh, not much waiting. Look at that. Here comes Matthew down the hill right now. What I was gonna say is it's a waiting game until Matthew gets here, but that was just perfect timing. Look at that, rolling right in there. I'll turn around afterward. Okay. Whoa! Like dark storm clouds over there, but from what we've seen from the weather, it's not supposed to rain. So whatever that is, it's probably gonna either one, break up and go around us, or two, since the wind's blowing the wrong way and I can't tell right now because we were moving. Whatever the case, my weatherman right here, he told me it's not gonna rain today, right?
Nope.
Nope, look at that, he's a professional.
No rain till Sunday.
This section of field that we're in, these stalks are about at my height, sitting up in this piece of equipment. So you can imagine how tall this corn is. I don't think that adds to extra ears, but it's just impressive to see. This ground we're in, the soil must be nice and deep. Time, that's probably going to be the last load we're going to be able to haul to the mill today, but that's okay. The fact that we were able to get 2 big loads taken, that makes us very, very happy. The rest of this corn we're going to be putting onto Daniel's wagon. Now we have 2 relatively large fields after the one that we're in, so we're hoping we're going to be able to fit it all inside our grain bin, but if not, we'll just have to find out what we're going to do with it. We might pull some corn out and haul it, or we might have to worry about fitting as much corn into anything that we can find. Those are the 2 options we're really looking at, but whatever the case, if we have more than what's able to fit in our bin, that's like bonus for us.
Rotary job says it breaks nothing.
Unloading on the move is something Daniel's wanted to do for a very long time, and you should have seen. He was smiling ear to ear. Ear to ear, but he's not going to be smiling as much as he is tomorrow, right, Dad?
Nope.
Because we're going to be going through and chopping all of these stalks, so we're going to rotary mow them down, and then we're going to come through and bale these stalks up. That's something we have not done in a very, very long time. We've always had plenty of bedding, but with this year having trouble getting sawdust and the fact that straw is becoming more and more expensive, it almost pains us to not sell straw. So what we're going to be doing is mowing and baling quite a few of these corn stalks, and the goal is to make sure that we have plenty of bedding for our cattle. And this is just another cheap method of bedding that we can use. Now, it's always nice to have the material in the field, the organic material. When it breaks down, it adds to the soil, but it's also going to be very beneficial to us bedding up our cattle, and I know the cattle are going to enjoy it.
And then we spread the stalks back out on the field as manure, so the organic matter is put back.
The organic matter that we get from leaving these stalks in the field is a big benefit, but the fact that it's going to be basically processed into manure, it's going to even be more enrichment for the field. It's just something that we think is going to be a good idea this year. It's going to save us a little bit of money, and it's going to help to enhance our crops next year. We finished that large field up there in the middle part. Now we're going through this field. This is a little smaller one, the corn here isn't the nicest, but this has been hit by deer pretty hard. So whatever we get here, we're gonna be happy with, but we're not expecting any crazy numbers. You can see some of this is knocked down from the deer. They've been running through here and eating quite a bit.
It looks nicer in the center.
Yeah, just these outside rows, they are not nice. We're making our way back up to the wagon. We just went out and back. We got enough to fill up the wagon. We're gonna get dumping onto it. Daniel's gonna run this back to the grain bin, and then he's gonna let us know how much more we could possibly fit in there. We're hoping 2 or 3 more wagons. Hoping. It is starting to get pretty full, but that's okay. Another thing I'd like to say is the yields have been relatively nice. We didn't receive the amount of rain this year that we would have liked to. You know, there was a lot of things that went against what we wanted, but you know what? For the most part, yields have been good. They've been in parameters that we've wanted them to be, and as long as things continue to look like this, we're gonna consider this a good corn harvest. We just got the field at the bottom end of this farm all taken care of. We've got one more field of corn that needs to be cut, and then everything will be done except for our test plots. That's kind of crazy. The fact that we're saying that, you know, we're not even into the later part of November yet, it's kind of crazy for us. I know Dad's pretty shocked, aren't you?
Yep.
Yeah, so, I mean, we're all very happy with what we've been getting. And that last field, once it's done, it's gonna feel good. Now, I'm sure we have a few people wondering what the moisture is on the corn. We've been seeing anywhere from 15.5 to 16, which is ideal for what we're gonna be using the corn for. That's basically perfect. Another thing is the test weight has been 59, 58 pound test weight. That is really good test weight for corn. So we've basically been having, not perfect, but a really good harvest. Those are 2 numbers that we're excited to see. Every single time we test our corn, every single batch looks great. And if it continues to be like this, we're gonna save a lot of money by not having to dry corn. That saves you a lot of money not having to run heat on it. Dad said at the other end of the field he kicked out 11 deer. Well, he thinks it was 11 deer. He said he couldn't count them all the way they were running through the corn stalk. Usually when you have one cornfield standing, that's where all the deer will congregate on each farm that you're at. And it's funny that there was 11. He'll probably find more out there. They just like go over a few rows and then like lay down. It's funny how they do that. Well, that's gonna do it for harvesting today. Matthew has got no more room on his truck. The wagon is still full. Our bin is completely full. And yeah, we got nowhere to put corn. So what we're gonna do is early tomorrow morning, Matthew's gonna be running that truck to the mill. And we're gonna try and get the rest of the corn picked off tomorrow. And then I think Friday, maybe, we're gonna be able to get the weigh wagon and we'll be able to cut the test plot. So by Friday, we're hoping to be all done with corn. That would be just completely wonderful. How you feeling over there? You tired?
I need another truck. I need another wagon. I need another bin.
What are you gonna do?
I'm quitting.
What a wonderful day. I'm so glad that we were able to get all of that accomplished. Oh, wow. I mean, it would have been nice to get all the corn picked, but the fact that we still have corn there, that's kind of a good thing. Miss Sadie, we almost got all the corn cut.
Really?
How's that make you feel?
That's so exciting.
Can I get a woohoo? Well, it has been a really good day, but it is now closing time. Animals are all taken care of. Everything's been put away. The equipment's out of the weather. It's not gonna rain. We're not worried about that, but we just like it under a roof. Time to go home and get some dinner. Alrighty, everyone. As you can see, I am now home and I have been working on dinner. It's actually already dark outside. But right here, you can see we have some honey garlic shrimp on rice. Oh my. Oh my. Lauren's gonna be so happy. I wanted to make this just for her. Miss Lily. Mr. Ronnie.
Cheesecake.
Alrighty, everybody. We just got done eating dinner. The babies enjoyed their dinner. They're drinking some water. And Miss Callie and I are sitting here talking to them. But it is getting towards the end of the day. We're pretty tired. So that means this is where we're going to end the video, right? We'd like to thank everyone for watching. We hope to see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.